The day began with silence, an unnatural silence that spread across every human world. No trade signals, no diplomatic messages, no warnings, only a single broadcast from the Galactic Council. As Admiral Rian Hale stood on the command deck of Earth's last station, he watched the message play again. The Council's cold voice echoed through the speakers. Humanity is hereby expelled from all star systems. Leave. You're no longer part of the Galactic Order. Around him, officers froze. Some were angry, some were afraid, but no one understood why. Humanity had followed every rule. They had helped in wars, shared technology, healed planets, but still, the galaxy wanted them gone. On Earth, billions stared at the sky as alien fleets surrounded the solar system. Not to destroy, but to push them back, far from the light of the stars. The Council marked every human colony as restricted. Ships that tried to resist were disabled instantly. Humanity was treated like a virus. Admiral Rian clenched his fists. He felt something breaking inside him. Not fear, but betrayal. He looked at his crew. "They want us gone," he said quietly, "so we will go. But we will not die in the dark." Far beyond Neptune, hidden scanners activated. Unknown regions of space blinked on the map. Uncharted, ignored, considered too dangerous by every species. But to Rian, they glowed like hope. "We head into the dark sector," he ordered. "If the galaxy doesn't want us, we build our own." As the engines roared and the human fleet disappeared into the black, the aliens watched in silence. They believed humanity was finished. But in the darkness, something new was beginning, something the galaxy would one day fear. Humanity was cast out, but the shadows welcomed them. The dark sector was a place no sane species entered. Every star map marked it with one warning: unsafe, uncharted, unknown. But for Admiral Rian Hale and the remaining human fleet, it was the only path left. Their ships drifted through black space, where even starlight seemed afraid to shine. Strange shapes moved in distant fog, shadows that didn't obey gravity. Yet the humans kept flying. Inside the command ship Eclipse 1, the crew studied sensor readings that made no sense. Energy spikes appeared and vanished. Massive objects moved without engines. Space itself felt alive. Rian stood at the window, watching a giant dark nebula pulse like a heartbeat. He whispered to himself, "This place is not empty. It is waiting." Hours later, the fleet detected something. A massive structure floating dead in space. It was older than any known civilization. A ring-shaped fortress the size of a moon, broken and silent. The crew stared in fear and awe. "It's not Galactic Council tech," said Engineer Mara. "This is something ancient." Rian gave only one order: "We explore." When a landing team entered the structure, their lights revealed strange symbols carved on the walls. Sharp, complex, and nothing like human or alien writing. The metal felt warm, as if the station still breathed. At the center, they found a huge chamber filled with abandoned machines. Dark crystals floated above consoles, glowing softly when humans approached. "Sir," Mara said quietly, "this station reacts to us like it recognizes us." Before Rian could answer, the floor trembled. The ring began to awaken. Lights flickered, engines hummed, and a deep voice echoed through the ancient halls, a language no one knew, but somehow understood. "Welcome, children of light. You have returned." The humans froze. They had not discovered an old ruin. They had awakened an ancient power. The entire ring fortress shook as the ancient voice echoed again, deeper this time, like a giant waking from a long sleep. Admiral Rian's team struggled to keep their balance as lights burst through the dark corridors, revealing technology far beyond anything known in the galaxy. Engineer Mara raised her scanner. "Sir, this place is powering up on its own. We didn't activate anything." The crystals on the walls glowed brighter, responding to the humans. It felt almost alive. The voice returned, clearer now. "Children of light, your return was expected." Rian's heart pounded. "Identify yourself." A pillar in the center of the chamber shifted. The crystals floated into a shape, forming a tall, glowing figure made of light and fragments of metal. Not human, not alien, something older. I am the guardian of this ark, it said, built by the first ones. We watched over young civilizations. But when darkness rose, we hid this place, waiting for those who carried the same spark. Mara stepped forward. Spark? What spark? The guardian tilted its head. Humanity carries the same energy as the first ones. That is why the galaxy fears you. The room fell silent. Rian felt the truth settle like a heavy weight. Humans had never known their true origin, nor their potential. Why call us children of light? Rian asked. The guardian extended a hand. Holograms filled the air. Stars, galaxies, wars from ancient times. It showed a monstrous shadow swallowing entire worlds. This darkness is returning, the guardian warned. And the galaxy that rejected you will fall first. Rian felt anger twist into purpose. What do you want from us? The guardian's voice softened. Not want. Offer. This ark, its power, its weapons belong to you now. The fortress rumbled again. Massive panels opening to reveal shipyards, engines, and weapons the galaxy had forgotten. In the shadows, humanity had found not safety, but a throne of power. The ancient ark was not just a fortress. It was a factory, a shipyard, and a weapon built by a civilization older than the galaxy itself. As the Guardian guided the humans deeper inside, Admiral Rian realized something shocking. This place could rebuild an entire civilization in secret. Giant hangars stretched for kilometers, filled with empty frames of battleships waiting to be awakened. Energy cores glowed beneath transparent floors. Machines, half metal, half living, moved silently, reacting to human presence like loyal servants. Mara whispered, "Sir, with this technology, we could build a fleet the galaxy has never seen." Rian nodded slowly. "We will." The humans worked day and night. The Ark taught them, showed them how to shape metal with thought, how to use dark crystals as fuel, how to create ships that could vanish from sensors. Humans learned faster than the Ark expected. Within weeks, the first new warship emerged. Sleek, silent, deadly, a vessel of shadows. Rian named it Nightfall, and it was only the beginning. As more ships rolled out, the Guardian spoke privately with Rian. "The galaxy cast you into darkness," it said. "But darkness is not weakness. It is a place to grow unseen." Rian stood at the Ark's great window, watching the new human fleet assemble. "They wanted us gone," he said. "Now they won't see us coming." Far from the Ark, alien scouts patrolled space, searching for signs of humanity. They expected refugees, broken ships, dying voices. Instead, their sensors caught strange energy readings, faint but powerful, coming from the dark sector. Fear spread among alien commanders. What if humanity survived? They whispered. They had no idea humanity was not just alive. They were evolving, becoming something new, something stronger, something the galaxy would one day regret provoking. The Shadow Empire was rising. Months passed in the dark sector, and humanity changed. Their ships grew faster. Their soldiers grew sharper. Their leaders grew colder. The Shadow Empire was no longer a dream. It was a force waiting to strike. Admiral Rian Hale stood aboard the newly completed flagship, Eternal Dusk, a ship so advanced it could bend space around it, appearing and disappearing like a ghost. Engineers called it impossible. The Ark made it real. On the bridge, Mara reviewed new intel. "Sir, the galaxy believes we died. They think we fell into the void." Rian gave a thin smile. "Good. Let them sleep." In the alien territories, whispers spread like wildfire. Strange disappearances. Patrol ships vanishing without distress calls. Cargo fleets found drifting empty. Every species blamed pirates, but no pirate left wounds this precise. In truth, humanity was testing its new power, silent operations to observe who had plotted against them, who had lied, who had cheered their exile. Every test ended the same way. The galaxy never saw them coming. One night, in the Ark, the Guardian approached Rian with a warning. The darkness I spoke of, it grows. The galaxy is blind to it. Only your people can see the signs. Rian stared at the shifting star map. A black wave pulsed at the edge of the galaxy, devouring lights like a living shadow. And the council? He asked. They argue. They deny. They fear one another more than the truth. Rian sighed. Typical. The Guardian's eyes glowed. You must reveal your strength soon. But Rian shook his head. Not yet. First, the galaxy must understand what it created. They cast us out. They will face what we became. Outside, the Shadow Empire fleet aligned in perfect formation, silent, invisible, unstoppable. Humanity was returning. But not to beg, to judge. The galaxy trembled long before they saw the humans. Strange signals echoed across star systems. Energy waves too advanced to track, shadows moving without mass, and stars flickering as if bowing to something unseen. Rumors spread fast. Humanity has returned. But no one believed it until the sky itself opened. The Galactic Council held an emergency meeting when the alarms began screaming. Ships were dropping out of warp above their capital world, silent, dark, and massive. Dozens, hundreds, a fleet larger than anything recorded in galactic history. The Council panicked. Identify them. Who are they? What species commands such power? When the fleet decloaked, the truth hit them like a blade. Humanity. But this was not the humanity they expelled. These ships carried no flags, no colors. Only a single emblem. A glowing symbol of a rising star in the center of darkness. The symbol of a shadow empire. The Council attempted diplomacy. Humans, we can talk. Admiral Rian Hale appeared on every screen in the system, calm as the void behind him. You cast us out, he said. You pushed us toward darkness. But in darkness, we found our true strength. Behind him, the Guardian's ancient arc descended from hyperspace, a titan of forgotten power. Its energy lit the council chambers like a second sun. Rian continued. A greater threat is coming. A darkness older than the galaxy. We have seen it. You have not. And now, you need us. The council fell silent, terrified and ashamed. Rian's voice softened, but it carried the weight of an empire. We will protect the galaxy. Not because you deserve it, but because humanity chooses its own destiny. The humans turned their fleet toward the cosmic black wave, the ancient enemy returning. United, armed, ascended, banished once, returned as the galaxy's last hope.